Hey everybody, welcome back to This Day in History. It is August 4th, 2024. As you know, it's not about the year, it's about the importance of the date. And um, just like yesterday, I acknowledged the loss of a friend back in 91 when I was in high school. Um, I wanted to acknowledge another friend that I lost back in 2015. Ron Chaplin was a very good friend of mine. Very funny, very charismatic. His birthday is today, and I'm kind of missing my friend. We kind of had a little bit of a falling out, and it was kind of sort of patched up, but it not really fully, water under the bridge. And I have some regrets over that because, like, I thought I had plenty of time in the world, and so um, one night he was out um, drinking at his favorite bar, as he always did, and he was out in the street. He was bound by a wheelchair. He had cerebral palsy, and he couldn't get out of the street in time, and was actually in a kind of a dark spot. And the driver on that busy street didn't see him in time and actually struck him, and he ended up dying about 12, 13 hours later. So I miss my friend. He was a compulsive liar. He always told bullshit stories. That's it is what it is. But they were entertaining stories. They were funny. This is a guy that he did a parody. He liked to do karaoke. So the bar they went to they always did karaoke. Bon Jovi's "Wanted Dead or Alive." We parodied that. It's "Wanted for DUI," and he tells this fantastic story of how he got a Dewey in his electric wheelchair when he was living in Pahrump, Nevada. Such BS. But you're right, he was a funny guy, and I miss him, so I just kind of want to acknowledge him, maybe immortalize him a little bit. I don't know. This day in history, August 4th. The year is 1900. Elizabeth, Queen Consort of the UK, was born on this day. Now, mind you, she is the mother of Queen Elizabeth II, who is the mother, who just recently passed away, of the current King Charles. So this Queen Mother, who was, or Queen Consort, who was born in 1900, is Prince William and Prince Harry's great-grandmother. So she was born in 1900 and actually passed away in I can't remember now. I'm wanting to say it was like 2002, 2000, something like that. Long life. The next one, 1901, a year later, my absolute favorite jazz/blues singer, Louis Armstrong, was amazing on a trumpet. I mean, he had an incredible voice, and he had that hit, "It's a Wonderful World." It's one of my favorites. Louis Armstrong. His birthday is today, 1901. In 1929, Kishore Kumar, an Indian actor, singer, composer, director, was born on this day in 1929. Billy Bob Thornton, American actor, director, and writer, was born on this day in 1955. And you might know who he is. He was in movies such as like Sling Blade and Bandits. He was he's in one of the baseball movies too, I think, or so I thought. I don't know, but he was in I think he was in Armageddon with Michael Clark Duncan and Bruce Willis and the like. I think he was in one of those. But He was in Bandits with Bruce Willis. He is an ex-husband of Angelina Jolie. He's just bad Santa movies. That was Billy Bob Thornton. He's had like a lot of good stuff that he's done that I've enjoyed over the years. 1961, U.S. 44th President Barack Obama. His birthday is today. And while I do not like the man's politics, I was never a fan of him politically. He was the president of the United States, and so that brings about the respect that he's due. And so former President Obama, I hope you have a great birthday. I hope that you are blessed today with your family. So, yeah, I'll just leave it at that. So, have a blessed day on your birthday. 1962, Roger Clemens. He was an American baseball pitcher. He was the first to win the Cy Young Award like 7 times. An amazing pitcher. And that does it for the birthdays. So we go back in history. It's 1578. The Portuguese army of King Sebastian, who allied himself with the deposed Moroccan Sultan Al-Mutawakil. He invaded Morocco, was soundly defeated by Sadi Sultan Abd al-Malik in the Battle of the Three Kings. In 1790, the U.S. Secretary of Treasury at the time, which was Alexander Hamilton, he's the guy who's on our $10 bill, he established the Revenue Marine Service, which later would become the United States Coast Guard. 1879, Pope Leo VIII issued encyclical Aeterni Patris. My Italian sucks, and I'm sorry once again, if Metatron, if you ever see this, my apologies for butchering your home language. Basically, it made Thomism a dominant philosophical viewpoint of Roman Catholicism. Let's say this 3 times fast. Roman Catholicism. So, I really didn't look into what Aeterni Patris was. It's just that, bunch of, I don't know. 1892, Lizzie Borden's father and stepmother were murdered on this day in Fall River, Massachusetts. Now, we talked about Lizzie Borden here recently and how she was tried for the murders, but she was acquitted due to a lack of evidence. So she was acquitted of the crime. It was suspected that the reasoning behind the crime was money motivated. Apparently, her father was a man of means, and he had money, and she wanted money. She and the sister wanted money, and the parents said no. I believe that there was a caretaker or a maid or something like that was also looked at, for the crime, but either they too were acquitted or something. I don't know. The details escape me, but the point is that it was always thought that money was an issue, that the sisters weren't getting money that they thought they deserved. Basically, they had an overinflated sense of entitlement, and so they figured that if they offed the parents, or in Lizzie's case, if she offed the parents, then she would get money. I don't know that she ever did, but she basically lived the rest of her life in disgrace because and she still lived in the same city that, she still lived in What did I say it was? Fall River. She lived in Fall River, Massachusetts for the rest of her life, and she was basically publicly shunned by anyone who knew her. No one talked to her. She had no friends. She had, she just kind of, died a withered old crone that just, was just unhappy in life. I mean, if you killed your parents, then, it's you kind of deserve that fate, I guess. 1914. It is on this day in 1914, in response to the German invasion of Belgium, that Great Britain would declare war on Germany. Again, this is all World War I. Remember yesterday when I said that World War I was basically, you can attest it to the analogy of a barroom brawl? This is it. So Germany invades Belgium. Great Britain takes exception to the Germany invading Belgium, and because they invaded Belgium, they say, we're declaring war on you, and so they get involved. And again, it goes back to the analogy that I made about, this guy socks this guy, so now this guy is going to jump into the fray because this guy socked this guy back. Now this guy is going to jump into the fray because this guy got involved with this guy, and this guy is this guy's friend, and it just cascades from there. 2007, U.S. space probe Phoenix was launched, and a year later it lands on Mars, and so it's in 2008 that it's discovered that Mars actually has water ice. That's exactly what Britannica.com said. It was water ice. I'm like, I don't know that there's any other kind of ice other than something that is water-based. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a chemist. I don't know. I could be mistaken, but if it's ice, that in my mind, that tells me that it's water-based, because how does something freeze if it's not water-based? I don't know. At any rate, the probe discovers that there is water, which indicates that there is a potential for life existing on Mars, life as we understand it. Because in our world, if you have water, you have life. So, unless, you're from Star Trek, where we being carbon-based life forms and then encountering silicone-based life forms. I don't know. It's all nonsense. Yes, fantasy fiction. This is actually a fairly short video because I'm at the end already. So the featured event of the day is Gibraltar is captured by Britain. The year, setting this up, the year is 1704. And it's during the War of Spanish Succession that Britain would take control of Gibraltar after Spain surrenders. The Rock, as it's known, the Rock of Gibraltar, the Rock subsequently becomes a British colony, and ultimately becomes the symbol of British naval strength. So there you go. I can't believe I'm already done. I'm sure you're probably happy that I'm done, because, I tend to drone on and on and on. But at any rate, that is it for this day in history. That concludes my stay here at my pastor's house, because I'm basically just waiting for them to come home so I can move on. But it's been nice not having to sit in my car and do my this day in history. I mean, I do it because it's a matter of convenience and the like, but so there you go. This has been August 4th of this day in history, and it's a beautiful day today. It's bright blue skies. Ron would have loved it. So Be blessed, take care, and we will do this again tomorrow for August 5th. While I'm thinking of it, my best friend Darren, happy birthday, buddy. Darren is my partner in crime. He's the D. If you're not familiar with DBK Investigations, I'm the B. It's a paranormal group that we have here in my neck of the woods, and I'm the resident skeptic. I'm not really into the whole paranormal thing. I don't believe in ghosts and that stuff, but nor do I believe in the cryptids. Like, I don't think Bigfoot exists. I think Nessie is a hoax. I think it's all whatever. But, my buddy is very passionate about it, and me being the best friend that I am, I support it. So, but my bro's birthday is today. So happy birthday to Darren Scholl, my best friend and founder of DBK Investigations. So if you happen to come across this and you're into the paranormal, do look up the podcast on whatever podcast subscription you use, whether it's Spotify or YouTube or what have you. Do look up DBK. DBK Unleashed is the name of the podcast. And so we get together and we do our podcasts. We're actually going to do it later, I suppose. We do our podcasts every Sunday, but the podcasts themselves are usually released on Wednesdays, if I remember right. I know he takes care of all that stuff. I'm just along for the ride. But at any rate, if you see this and you're interested, go check out DBK Investigations. Go check out DBK Unleashed. Give the channel some love and tell Darren that I sent you. So with that, take care, be blessed, have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow for this day in history of August 5th. All right? Take care. Bye.